Welcome back. Y'all know I had to jump on this one, man. Twitch streamer Kai Cenat in custody after giveaway sparks chaos in NYC. Let's see what's going on, man. Is he going to get charged? What's up?
Okay. All right. Just really quick. Chief Maggi, Chief of Department. Standing here with me is Chief Kip, Chief of Transit. Earlier today at about 1:30 p.m., the NYPD became aware of a crowd forming in Union Square. It was quickly determined that an influencer was posting on social media about showing up to Union Square and was encouraging all of his followers to come to the park. There was some posts also about giving away some gaming systems. At approximately 3 p.m., the post went viral and thousands of people began to arrive at Union Square. Soon the park and the surrounding streets were overrun with people. They were obstructing both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. The NYPD responded by calling a mobilization in response to the large crowd. As the crowd grew, so did our mobilization. The crowd was swarmed when the influencer finally arrived at the park. Individuals in the park began to commit acts of violence towards the police and the public. There was a construction site within the Union Square Park, and people broke into the park and they began to throw articles that belonged to the construction site: paint cans, bottles, rocks. We had people walking around with shovels, axes, and other tools from the construction trade. And additionally, individuals.
See, this is why you can't have none, because y'all don't know how to act. Learn how to act, man. That's why people can't have none, because y'all don't know how to act.
Also lighting fireworks, and they were throwing them towards the police. They were throwing them towards each other. The influencer, we were able to eventually get him out of the park and remove him for safety reasons. Our officers exercised great restraint despite the aggression that they were met with and the acts of violence they were met with. Ultimately, myself and our leadership team, working in tandem with our department attorneys, did declare this gathering an unlawful assembly. The NYPD offered multiple, and I do mean multiple, opportunities for the crowd to leave. We tried to give them a means of egress for them to exit the park and exit the streets. After numerous warnings and after being assailed, hit with rocks and bottles and other debris, we started to make arrests to clear out the park. The total number of arrests is still being tallied at this point, and we're still doing evaluations for some of our members. We did have members that sustained some injuries out here. At this time, we successfully dispersed the park, but we still have crowds mulling around Manhattan, and we have officers following them, preventing them from destroying property, looting, and other things like that. And we'll continue to be out here, and we'll continue to disperse this crowd until they're all gone. We're using our drone technology to help us monitor the situation. Of course, our aviation unit is up there as well. Our officers are still being met with some resistance after numerous warnings, and we're still making some additional arrests. This mobilization is ongoing, and as I said before, we will be here until this crowd disperses. At this point, I'll take any questions.
We're going to start off with Josh Einiger, ABC7. Thank you, Chief.
Josh.
We've heard reports of injured officers. A woman told me she saw a cop getting jumped and beaten. We have video of you being attacked. Your shirt shows. Can you talk about injuries to members of the service and to your own experience with being out there?
Absolutely, Josh. And I believe the woman's account is possibly right, even though I don't know exactly what she's speaking about.
Dang, they was beating on cops like that. See, some people just need a reason to go crazy. They just need a reason to try to go out here and riot and go crazy. Ain't nothing Kai Cenat has done that should make people go this crazy where they beating on people, beating on cops, throwing bottles at each other. It's nothing. It's not even worth it. People just need a reason, bro. How did he not think this was going to happen? Like,
officers were attacked. We were in there. We were crushed. We were pushed. I had officers on the floor. As you see, I'm a little embarrassed because I'm very dirty right here, but I was in the middle of the crowd. I was hit with multiple objects as well. I think I have a couple of injuries, but I'll figure that out once I have time to think about it.
But in terms of any officers treated for injuries that you know of?
We had one or two officers removed, and we had officers out here. I had officers who got hit and were hurt, but they stayed. They stayed and helped us control this.
We're going to go Associated Press.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir.
I'm wondering if there is any kind of action that might be taken or could be taken against the influencer.
Absolutely. We're in contact with the influencer. I have our legal team here. I'm going to have a discussion with our Commissioner Caban in a little bit, and then we'll make a decision there.
Well, I'm wondering though if there's anything specific that you could be charging him with.
Well, we'll discuss with our legal department about inciting a riot and other charges.
We're going to go over to Matt.
Chief, were any of the youths injured? How many of them? What was the extent of the injuries? And was he actually giving away PlayStations, or was that just a claim?
That I'm not sure in terms of the PlayStation. I personally observed young people walking out with their heads bleeding from their heads, bleeding from on their faces. I've seen I personally observed young people having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, asthma attacks. There was multiple.
Look at all those people.
Were suffering out here.
Crazy.
There was a lot of people.
A lot of people, bro.
Uncontrolled. It took us a while to get it under control, and a lot of young people got hurt.
Was that in confrontations with the police, or was that in the riot?
No, most of it was within the park. The young people in the park throwing objects at each other. They were dancing. They were doing a whole lot of things, but they were hurting each other as they were doing this.
Why were they stealing stuff from the construction site? What was the reason?
That I don't have an answer for.
Matt, we're going to move on. Mark Morales, CNN.
Mark.
What's the estimate as to how many people were here, and where is this YouTuber streaming at? What precinct is he in?
We do have him. I don't know exactly which precinct he's in. We have him. In terms of people, there was thousands of people out here. It wasn't hundreds of people. It was thousands, and mostly young people out here.
All right, Dean Moses, AM New York.
This is the first time something like this has happened after the giveaway. You guys can make big to try and prevent this for the future?
We're going to definitely work on this. This is something we will have an after-action review of in terms of how we responded, how we're monitoring social media, and how we can prevent this in the future. We have encountered things like this before, but it never to this level of dangerousness where young people would not listen to our commands. They were fighting each other, they were hurting each other, and they were turning our attacks on us. We had to defend ourselves, and we had to make arrests.
Alfredo Costa, Telemundo.
Approximately, Chief, how many people were arrested today?
Quite a few. I don't have an exact answer.
He already said that. He ain't got no answer, bro.
We loaded up a city bus. The bus, we had young people attacking the bus, trying to pull people off the bus. We had to send resources there to protect the bus. It was a very dangerous situation.
Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11.
Chief, the question is, how does something like this happen? Is there no monitoring at all or anything on your radar that this massive influencer is coming here? I know that you're supposed to have a permit. I heard he doesn't have a permit, but was this at all on your radar, and how did you let it get bigger than the permit?
Well, this speaks to the power of social media and the danger of social media. We do monitor social media. When I go back later on this evening, I will have an after action to determine exactly what our steps were. We can't allow this to happen again in the future.
All right, we're going to take one more question. Joe Marino, New York Post.
Chief, just to be clear, this wasn't pre-planned with the city. There was no coordination between this event producer and anyone in the department or the city. This was a totally spontaneous event that just sort of jumped off and grew and accelerated very quickly.
Yes, this was not pre-planned with the police department. This was something that was spontaneous. And as I just said in answering the last question, the power of social media, the danger of social media. Listen, we're not against young people having a good time. We're not against young people gathering. But it can't be to this level where it's dangerous. A lot of people got hurt today.
All right, thank you everyone for your time and attention. Thank you, folks. Thank you. I got his name.
Man, this is crazy because, like, all they had to do was organize this. Could have been in an arena, at a stadium, anywhere. It could just been some type of organization just posting and saying, meet me here, I'm giving away all this stuff. What'd you think? You thought 100 people was going to come out? You're the biggest streamer, bro. You got 100,000 people watching your stream every time you get on. On the bright side, though, he's on news. He's on ABC. I done seen him on NBC, all the big news channels. So he probably about to gain a bunch of subscribers from this. Subscribers from this. But at the end of the day, man, crazy situation. Hope everybody's doing good, man. People got to think, man. People got to know how to act, man. You go out somewhere, learn how to act, bro. Y'all had like wild people out there. Learn how to act. See y'all beating people, stealing people, breaking in people's stores, stealing stuff for what? It's nothing this man has done to make y'all go that crazy over a streamer. Y'all won't get in trouble, but he gonna go back and still be rich. But anyway, man, thank y'all for watching another reaction video. More reaction videos coming out on this. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm out. Peace.